Number 514 on the calendar in the matter of Tamayo versus Sanchez. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Thanks, Bert.
You're welcome.
Ms. Tamayo, the defendant used to be your boyfriend.
Yes, he did.
According to your complaint, you made a loan to him. Loan to him in the amount of $1,500?
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez says that you never made a loan to him for anything. Mr. Sanchez said that you took out some money to pay off some bills, and you gave him some money for rent and utilities that you owed to him, but there was never any loan. And Mr. Sanchez says that since you are no longer together, you've been harassing him and his new girlfriend who is expecting their first child. He has filed a counterclaim.
That is not true.
Okay. Tell me the circumstances of this loan. When was it?
It was March 19th. It was the day of his son's birthday. And he told me to take this cash advance, that he promised to pay the full amount, including any additional late charges and fees, and that he would promise to pay in 3 increments of payments towards the credit card.
Were you together at this time?
Yes, yes, we were.
That doesn't sound like a conversation people who are sharing a bed together have.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know what you didn't understand.
I'm not sure.
People don't have that kind of conversation who are intimate with each other. Please take out a cash advance and I will pay you back in increments in 3 installments on your credit card. That's not kind of the way people talk to each other.
Well, that's just what he had said. And I had given him the benefit of the doubt because he was my boyfriend at the time. And for being a good person, like I always was with him, and I thought that he would pay me this money back. And I did not do any statement as far as written statement, and he did state for me to do that for him. And after the fact that I had taken this cash advance, it didn't dawn on me for me to do such a thing as far as writing a written statement for him to sign. Okay, and
go ahead.
Well, even before that, it wasn't even a loan for me. What happened was she was getting behind on her bills with me, which made my landlord, which is my father, come after me for the money, not her.
What do you mean behind on bills with you?
She wasn't paying her part of the rent, no part of the utilities.
Well, what was your arrangement with her?
Well, she was going to take over half of the payment and half of the utilities.
In an apartment that you shared together?
It's a house.
When did she move in?
I don't know the exact date.
Well, come up with a month.
October 2000.
And you had been living there before?
Yeah.
And what was the rent that you were paying to your father?
At that time was $12.37.
Now, when she moved in October, what was your arrangement with her?
She would pay half.
Is that your arrangement with him?
not necessarily.
I didn't ask, what does not necessarily mean?
No, it was only for the amount of $500 that he had asked me to pay.
Did you pay him $500 a month?
I would pay his father. His father would tell me and ask me to specifically to give payments to his father because he was not good with money. And even after I did this cash advance, his dad even told me that I shouldn't have done this because he would not pay me a cent back.
Go ahead.
Well, at that time, I mean, I was having problems paying my own bills, let alone take on another $1,500 that I only suggested to her to take out because she was getting more and more behind with me and my father, which was putting me behind in rent and my utilities and everything else.
How long had you been living in this house that belonged to your father?
Before I was with her, about 2 years.
And how many roommates did you have?
2.
How many right before her?
Just
anybody
my
else?
Son. No.
Nobody else?
No.
So how could you get behind?
Well, when she moved in with me...
How could you get behind? You understand what I'm saying to you, Mr.
Yeah, I understand
Sanchez.
totally what you're saying.
All right.
I started getting behind because there was more income coming into the house, so therefore, what I wasn't covering in rent before she got there, my father was covering for me. So when another person...
All right, let's get back to March 19th. Let's get back to the story. March 19th, she's getting behind in the money she owes you. Go ahead.
Well, she didn't owe me. She owed the landlord, which was my father.
Go ahead.
So none of that money she took out benefited me. It paid off all her bills.
Who did she give it to?
She gave me what she owed my father.
How much?
I believe it was $600 at that time. That wasn't including the money to pay off the utilities, to pay off her end of the utilities.
And what did you do with the other $900?
Gave it back to her. Told her to pay off her bills.
What bills?
She had other credit card bills, department store bills, whatever bills she had, I don't know exactly. But I do know for a fact department store, a lot of department stores.
Your Honor, As far as me giving him money, that was not true. If so, like I said, his dad did specify to continue making payments to his father because of the same reason that he's not good with money.
You say that he gave you a check.
And I would never.
I'm speaking. You say he gave you a check for $180.
Yes, and I actually have another check too that he bounced.
You say that he gave you a check for $180 because you made a payment on this.
That's right.
And so you would have that check for $180.
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it.
Here's actually 2 checks that he had given me that were NSF. And after the fact, he gave me that $180 to pay towards that credit card 3 days after the fact.
Oh, shh, could you be quiet for a second? Mr. Sanchez, what did you give her a check for $180 for?
I believe that's the one that I did not sign.
Yes, you did.
Okay, I don't remember writing that check. I do remember one check for $50, which was the first payment that I made because she couldn't make it, and another check because she kept coming around the house, would not leave me alone. So
That's not true.
I
That
wrote
was
her a check
his
to get her out of my
request
hair.
to come to his
just
house.
so she would stop coming around.
That was his request for the $180 to cover my check because the bank was calling me, telling me that my account was 60-day delinquent after he had promised to pay this bill. And I did not know that was true until after the fact my bank called me saying that it was delinquent, that I started coming around his house for the money, and he kept on telling me that he still continued to pay the payments and he was still ongoing making payments, which was a lie. And he said he was even going to take upon himself to call the bank himself and clarify all this, which was never
Mr. Sanchez,
true.
please be quiet. Is this one quiet?
When she wants to be.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Carmen Tamayo claims ex-boyfriend John Sanchez owes for a cash advance taken from her credit card. John says the money was used to pay her bills.
Mr. Sanchez, you're going to have to explain to me, sir, why you would write her a check 5 months after the March date when she took out this money for $180 and that check bounced.
Okay, well, I don't remember writing a check for $180 then. I don't remember what it was for.
You wrote on here bill.
I honestly, I don't remember writing that. I only remember 2. So I don't have an answer for you.
Now, I'll hear you about your counterclaim, Mr. Sanchez.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Well, then I don't either, so I'll dismiss your counterclaim. If someone files a lawsuit because they claim someone is stalking them and harassing them, that means that they're in fear, that means that their life has been turned upside down, unless you're just a pest. I mean, I don't understand what you say when you say, I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Okay, well, as far as me filing the claim, every day she would like park down the street and then walk up to the house. She walked through the garage, was already moved out, didn't have a key to the house, caught me with my new girlfriend.
When did she come into your house, sir? In what month?
Your Honor, I know what day it was.
Oh, good. Step up. Tell me what day it was.
She moved out on Memorial weekend, and 3 days after that, it was a Wednesday evening.
So we're talking about last May?
Yeah.
Sit down. Not interested in last May. Last May doesn't make you frightened, sir.
What made me frightened is me walking out to my kitchen in my underwear, and
That's
this
not
woman
true.
right here is pressed up against the window, walk through the plants.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez, when was that, sir?
Again, I don't know the exact date.
Well, give me a month, sir.
June.
Mr. Sanchez. June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Were you sleeping the last 10 months?
No, ma'am.
So why are we here, sir? Hama?
I think that's a question for her.
No, it's a question I'm asking you, sir. She wants her money. I'm asking you why you have just given me 2 instances that occurred almost a year ago, and all of a sudden you wake up and you say she's harassing and stalking me. You must have something more current, Mr. Sanchez. Otherwise, you're like Rip Van Winkle.
Something more current. No, she hasn't done nothing more current.
Oh, good. So then your life is happy now. Is that right?
I wouldn't say happy, but it's more or less without
Well, that's
her.
not her fault. That's her fault. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
As far as somebody forcing her to go do that, that never happened.
I leave him alone. I don't even come around his house like he says.
She basically said, like, I told her to do it, right? Well, I merely suggested.
I just think it's a bull. It's not true, and he knows that.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Walker versus Peterson. Step forward, please.
Secretary Kelly Walker is suing real estate agent Deborah Peterson for the value of her dog. Kelly says the animal ran away and Deborah was the person who found him.
Mrs. Walker, what kind of dog did you have?
He's a black Labrador. His name is AJ.
And you had this dog in the summer of 2002 when you and your husband were going on some sort of a retreat or to a program or something. Is that right?
Correct, yes.
What kind of program were you going into?
It was a rehab program to get our lives together.
Were you involved with drugs or drugs and alcohol or both?
Drugs and alcohol, yes.
How long was the program?
It was for 90 days.
Was it court ordered?
Yes, it was.
When were you scheduled to go into the program?
July 1st. And
when did your husband go into the program?
He went in maybe about 2 weeks prior.
What arrangements did you make for your dog when you and your husband were going to be in this rehab program?
We have a person that stays at our place, and he's been there for like almost 2 years. We've known him for a long time, and he was babysitting our dog. He was watching our dog while we were gone.
But your dog got away. Is that right?
Yes.
And you don't know what happened with the
Correct.
dog. But somehow your dog got out and found its way to the defendants, Mrs. Peterson. Is that right?
That's correct.
When and under what circumstances did you come into the possession of AJ?
On July 5th, I saw a dog in the road, and I always stop for dogs in the road. And I pulled into Circle K, and I went in the store, and I asked them if they knew who owned the dog. And they said that he had been there all night, and they didn't know who owned him, so I left my business card.
And you took the dog?
Yes.
Did the dog have a collar?
It had a collar, but it had no tags.
What was the next thing that happened with the dog, and when?
I took him home. I gave him food and water, and he lived at my house for 3 months.
Did anybody call you in that 3-month period?
In July, Gabriel called me. And
July what?
Mid-July, approximately.
Okay. You're Gabriel. Step
Correct.
up. You the one who was supposed to be watching the dog?
Correct.
How did the dog get out?
Well, the dog, it's on a loose, no fence.
So the dog can go wherever the dog wants to go?
Yeah, but he usually stay by the house.
But he didn't stay by the house?
Correct.
Okay, good. So you have the dog now. Gabriel calls you and says what?
That dog belonged to them, and when he told me there was no fence, we have contracts with Sun City Friends of Animals that...
Look at me when you're speaking.
If an owner does not have a fenced yard, or somebody wants to adopt a dog, they have to have a fenced yard.
You're not the dog police. Did he ask you for the dog back?
Yes, he did, but he never came to get the dog.
Did you go and get the dog?
Not by myself, no.
Did you go with anybody to get the dog?
No.
Ever?
No.
Good, sit down. Did you ever contact her?
Okay, now at this point, when I was away, my husband, he, I guess apparently went and spoke to Deborah Peterson.
And Mr. Walker, when
Yes.
did you go and speak to Miss Peterson?
That was around maybe the first week of August.
So she's already had the dog for a month.
Yes.
Go ahead.
We were very happy to find out she had found our dog, and I was willing to do anything to let her know that we were wanting to pick our dog up.
Just listen to me.
Okay.
Did you go and pick up your dog?
I made an attempt to go and pick my dog up, yes.
In August?
Yes, I did.
Did you go to her house?
I went straight to her office where she was at to get a hold of her.
Good, and what did you say to her, and what did she say to you?
I asked her, just please do me one favor. We love that dog so much. We want him back. And he's like our kid. And we love him very much. And we would do anything to make sure he got returned to the home. And she said that she would have no problem with watching the dog and not to give him away to anybody else and to return him to us.
Is that the conversation you had with him?
I don't remember saying that I was going to hold a dog for him. That I don't remember saying that. The way I saw things happen was I got a couple phone numbers of the parents, and I talked to the parents.
Who are the parents?
I don't know.
You mean their parents?
One of their parents.
My parents.
And I talked to them over the phone a couple times. I gave them directions to my house.
You mean their parents?
Yes. And on Sunday, they were going to come pick the dog up. It was like mid-August. And I waited all day Sunday, and nobody showed up.
Did you tell your parents to go and get the dog?
Yes, we were going to make arrangements, but I could not
The
leave.
answer is either yes or no. Did you tell them to go and get your dog?
Yes, I did.
And they did not go and get the dog?
No, they couldn't.
Okay, fine. What date did you get out of your program?
September 28th.
Well, when did you get in touch with her?
At that time, what did I do at that very moment? I looked into the information.
What date did you get in touch with her and say, I want my dog back?
The very next month, the following month, like the first, second, third, it was right around there.
Of what month?
October.
So she's had your dog July, August, September, and in October is you finally called her.
Well, I had looked into it because my husband had already gotten in contact with her, and
What did you do with the dog, Miss Peterson?
I found another rescue that would not euthanize the dog.
And as far as you know, was the dog placed in a home?
That's correct. I followed up.
Put your hand down, sir. I'm not interested. Can't you get that? I do see your hand up there. You have nothing else to contribute to this case. You never went to get the dog. That's what you testified.
What's the reason?
I don't care what the reason was. You never went to get the dog and say, this is my dog. I'm responsible for it. I'm responsible for it. Take the police and go get your dog. You never did that. And you were out of your program for a period of time?
No, I left for one day to go retrieve my dog.
And you didn't?
No, I attempted to. The dog was not there to retrieve.
And you didn't? Miss Walker?
Yes.
And you got out of your program on the 28th of September?
Yes.
And you did not go on the 28th of September to retrieve your dog?
Yes, I did. As a matter
You
of fact,
did?
I did. I looked into
tell me,
information.
Shh, just a second.
Okay.
Tell me where you went on the 28th of December to get your dog.
I went home to look into the information of where the dog was located.
Did you go to her job?
Yes, I did.
On the 28th of September?
That exact day, I can't say that exact day, but I
Let me explain something to you.
I didn't
Your
know
dog
the
doesn't.
person at the time.
Let me explain. Your dog's gone. It's adopted by somebody else.
Yes.
Go get another dog. You understand? 3 months, she took care of your dog. You didn't send her a dime. Your parents didn't come and pick up the dog. He had the ability to go and get your dog. You were someplace else in a court-ordered rehab. That's what happens. You kept a dog without a fence, according to him. We don't have fences. It usually comes home. That's where you chose to keep your dog. This dog that you loved like a child. The dog got out, could have gotten killed, was around a parking lot. She rescued the dog. Instead of saying thank you, you sue her. Your case is dismissed. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may answer case number 523 on the calendar in the matter of Almamani versus Dickerson. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Is that your dog?
Yes, it is.
Is that the same dog that you claimed in your complaint that he stole?
Yes, it is.
Well, when'd you get it back?
Friday evening, I found her half a mile from my home. She's been missing since December 18th.
So you found her? Great.
She reappeared on Friday evening.
Good, because according to your complaint, you claimed that he said, unless you come home right away, I'm going to steal your dog. You came home the next day. Your dog was gone and some property missing. Did you take her dog?
No.
Do you know what happened to her dog?
She left the gate open.
You think that's what happened?
Yep, and ran out.
Well, but now you got the dog back. Perfect. So what else do we have to talk about today?
Some missing property that Daniel took from me.
What?
He took my CD player, he took my son's electric guitar, and when he threatened to take the dog, he broke my 27-inch TV and my goddess statue and cash.
I did none of that. Her son broke the TV when she was
Put your
gone.
hands down. Put your hands down. CD player.
No, I don't know nothing about that.
Guitar.
One of her son's friends took it, I believe.
What makes you think, Mr. Almonte, that he took the guitar?
He was the only one in my home at the time it disappeared. My son went to school at 6:30 in the morning. Daniel was up early. I got up at 8. The guitar was gone.
And that's the only proof that you have?
Yeah.
What else?
My son saw him bag the dog and take it away.
Well, where's your son?
He admitted that he stole my cash to a police officer.
Let me see. You have a police report?
They didn't file a police report. They just took the complaint, and they were supposed to arrest him. They let him go.
Miss Almonte.
He returned $46.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Oh, who did he return the money to?
Officer returned $46
Is that
to
right,
him to give
sir?
to me.
Did you speak to a police officer, Mr. Dickerson?
Yeah,
But you take your hands out of your pockets. Did you speak to a police officer?
Oh, yes, yes.
Mr. Dickerson, don't fiddle around with me, sir. I have limited patience. Do you understand?
Yes.
The dog is now back with her.
Yes.
You took some cash from her house? Look at me. Just answer the question.
Yes.
When did you take the cash and how much?
It was $60, December 15th, maybe.
Could it have been the 17th?
Maybe the 17th.
Good. Now, where did you get the cash from, Mr. Dickerson?
It was on the floor in her bedroom.
Were you living there at the time?
No, I was just staying there.
Were you living there at the time?
No.
So somehow you got into her bedroom and the cash was on the floor. Is that right?
No, we were boyfriend and girlfriend, and I stayed the night, and the money was on the floor.
Is that right?
No, it was in my purse, and I asked him to leave, and it was
Just a
missing.
second. Had he spent the night with your permission?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is correct.
Yes.
So you took $60 from the floor.
Yes, it was.
Why did you take the $60 from the floor?
Because I didn't know whose it was, and so I.
Mr. Dickerson, I don't want you to say anything that makes you appear to be foolish. And if you tell me something that's not true, I guarantee you, Mr. Dickerson, I will make you appear very foolish. Do you understand?
Yes.
So let's get to the truth of it. Let's put an end to it, and let's move on.
Okay.
We understand each other?
Yes.
Very good. So let's go back. December 17th.
Okay.
You found money on the floor in her bedroom, correct?
Correct.
You didn't know who it belonged to.
No, ma'am.
You thought it belonged to the tooth fairy. Is that right?
Yes.
So you took it.
Yes.
Now, on what date did police officer speak to you?
He came that night to my house.
Which is a different house from where the money was.
Yes.
And what did you say when he came to your house?
He asked me if I had the money. I said yes. He goes, "Can you give it back?" I said, "Sure."
And how much did you give back to Officer?
The $60, I believe.
No, you didn't. You gave back only part of it. You spent some of it.
I believe. I can't recall.
Think hard.
I think it was maybe $57 I gave back.
So you spent some of it.
Maybe $3 of it, yes.
Okay. Now, is that the same day as your dog was missing?
She disappeared December 18th, early that morning.
On the 18th. And when did the guitar come up missing?
2 weeks prior.
The guitar was missing 2 weeks before that, Miss Alamani, and then you tell me that on December 17th he slept at your house with your permission? With you. Is that right?
No, he was there alone. He was there with I was not home.
I thought you told me that he was there with your permission on the 17th.
That was December 11th when he stole the cash. It's December 11th that he admitted to stealing the cash. The dog was December 17th. He threatened and missing December 18th.
Oh. So it was the 11th that you took the cash, and that's when he was staying there with you?
Yes.
Now, when was the guitars taken?
In that period, right around there. I'm not sure exact date. I just know between 6:30 and 8 a.m.
Was it taken the time the cash was taken, or was it taken the time the dog was taken?
Time the cash was taken, around that time.
That was December 11th.
Yes, that's when the call was made to the police.
When you told Officer about the cash, did you also tell him about the CD and the guitar?
Yes.
Did you tell him that they were all taken at the same time, or were they taken at different times?
I reported him missing. I don't think he asked me when.
But the CD and the guitar were taken before the cash was taken?
The CD was later. The CD player?
Yeah.
Later.
Later? What makes you think he took it?
My sons told me that he broke it. He was in my house without my permission. I took it to get it repaired. He took it from that person, they told me. He and his
That's all
girlfriend picked it
hearsay,
up.
Miss Alamani. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. And the cash he returned?
Part of it.
Part of it, except for $3, according to him. It's probably a little bit more. And the dog you got back, is that right?
I found her Friday afternoon.
Great. All right, she in good shape?
She's had puppies.
She's had puppies? Gee, that's interesting. Was she pregnant when she was taken?
She was in heat. I wasn't going to breed her till she was 2 years old if I wait till she's fully developed.
You know where these puppies are?
I have no idea.
Do you know where the puppies are, sir?
I have no idea.
Mr. Dickerson, have you been leaving the plaintiff alone?
Yes.
You have a restraining order against you?
Yes. She keeps on calling me.
Really?
Yes. I got a tape right here.
What does she call you for, sir?
I have no idea. I don't return her calls.
Well, what does she say on the tape?
Will you please call me back? She gives me the phone number and all that. And
What do you call him for?
I called him about if he's appearing on the court, and if he got his papers, he was served.
How many times did she call you, sir?
about 8 times
Was it after you were served with papers?
before. She's called me way before the court case was even, before she even filed for the case. She kept on calling me.
But that was after her dog was taken?
I believe so. When she got the restraining order on me when we went to court.
When did you get the restraining order?
The permanent 3 years, January 21st, but the temporary was filed, granted January 8th.
Can I see those papers, please?
Yes.
Mr. Dickerson, have you ever been incarcerated, sir?
Yes.
When was the last time you were incarcerated?
About 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
For what?
Fighting.
Prior to that?
It was for being in a stolen car with a friend that he had keys to. I didn't know it was stolen.
So you were a passenger in a stolen car?
Yeah.
According to this, 2 birds were killed. What kind of birds were killed?
Parakeets. I paid $20 each for them.
What do you mean they were killed?
I kicked him out one night in December around this time, and the first bird disappeared, and there was feathers all over the place. I heard the cage crash. There was 4 birds, 2 females, 2 males. The day before the final restraining order, someone broke into my house, cut my other bird's head off, and flattened my tire.
You didn't have anything to do with that, did you?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Dickerson?
No, ma'am.
How long were you the plaintiff's boyfriend?
2.5 months, 3 months.
Prior to that, did you have a girlfriend?
No.
Have you ever been married?
No.
What did you have to hesitate for?
Well, I was planning because I was in the service, and I was planning on getting married, but we never did.
She doesn't want anything to do with you anymore. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Courts take domestic violence and stalking very seriously, sir.
Well, I got tapes that she keeps on calling me.
Do you mean she keeps calling you, inviting you over?
She just wants me to call her for some reason. I have no idea.
Maybe she wants her dog back, sir.
I don't know. I didn't take the dogs.
Let me hear. Yes, you did.
10th, February 17th at 9:39 p.m. Yeah, this message is for Danny. I need you to call me back. 10th, February 24th at 4:46 p.m. Hey, Danny. Tracy, why don't you give me a call at your earliest convenience? Thanks. 10th, February 25th at 7:17 p.m. Hey, Danny, it's Tracy. If you want to call me back, you can try me at 2144. Bye.
That was it.
That's 3 calls.
That's all I have. I recorded.
Why did you call him those 3 times, Tracy?
I was calling about the dog and also to see if he's appearing on the court.
I want you to listen to me very carefully. February 17th was 2 months after your dog turned up missing. Is that right?
Yeah.
So that's not the reason for your telephone call. You called him on the 17th, the 24th, and the 25th. The reason you say is because you want to know if he was coming to court. You cannot send mixed signals. Do you understand? From what I read in these reports, if what you say here is true, he's psychotic. Anybody who comes into your house, kills your animals, because that's what you said he did,
yes.
Right? He came into your house, he cut the head off your bird,
yes.
Right? That's psychotic. That is psychotic behavior. You don't have lapses where you say, well, maybe it wasn't him, and maybe he's not so bad, I'll call him. Do you understand?
Yeah, I'm not.
If you have a restraining order, that means he's not supposed to have any contact with you. You don't initiate any contact with him. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And later today, Tracy Almamani says ex-boyfriend Daniel Dickerson is a stalker. She claims Daniel chopped off the head of her pet bird.
If what you say in here is true, you don't want to have anything to do with him. The main thrust of your complaint was the dog, which has been resolved.
Yes.
Stay away from him. Don't call him. Don't contact him. Do you understand? Because
yes.
if this is true,
I won't
he's
contact
mentally ill. If it's not true, then he's not. But if it's true, he really has to get help because he's very sick. You understand that, sir?
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
You understand that anybody who would take out their anger and frustration by cutting the head off of a bird is a very sick person. You do understand.
I don't know who would do that. Such thing.
I don't know who would do that either. Somebody who's very sick and requires help,
yes.
right?
Yep.
And if that person didn't get help, that person would be a #1 jerk. Is that right?
Yes.
Good. Thank you very much. Your case is dismissed because you got your dog back. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I like the outcome.
I'm happy that I got my dog back.
Because she keeps on calling me.
I don't want to be a part of his life. I will not call him ever again.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Peterson versus Parker. Step forward, please.
22-year-old student Lauren Peterson is suing her former lover, 24-year-old insurance adjuster Christopher Parker, for an unpaid loan to buy a CD player. Christopher claims it was a graduation present.
Ms. Peterson, you claim that the defendant owes you for a loan, it's about a year old, for a CD player for his car. You and the defendant know each other for a long time from college, but only briefly dated, according to you.
Yes.
Mr. Parker says you did, in fact, put the CD player that he wanted for his car on your credit card, but that it was a graduation present. That's your defense. Is that right,
Yes.
sir? How long did you date Miss Peterson, Mr. Parker?
Somewhere around 6 weeks. Not very long.
From when to when?
I want to say right before Christmas until probably a little after January.
And you graduated from college at that time, did you?
Yes, I did.
And tell me about this gift that she purchased for you. When did she purchase it? Where were you? How did she know you wanted it?
She purchased it, I guess, during January. It's been a while. I don't quite remember.
If you don't remember, then I'm going to have to ask her.
Okay.
He asked me to borrow it the last week in January, asked me to borrow money for the CD player. He actually ordered it himself online and used my credit card number.
Where was he when he purchased it? At your house or at his house?
At his house. We never lived together.
So were you at his house when he...
No, ma'am. I was in college, which is an hour away from...
So he called you on the phone?
Yes.
Tell me about the conversation.
He had been looking at CD players to put in his newly purchased car, and he found one that he liked, which had a limited availability. So he was talking about it for a day or two, and then he asked me if he could borrow the money. And I said, because he asked me if he could borrow the money, that was the only reason I was loaning him the money, and I would expect repayment when he got a job.
Go ahead.
It did happen like that, except for I didn't ask to borrow it. She said since I had graduated, she'd go ahead and pay for it.
Well, just a second. You called her at her house?
Well, we were talking on the phone, and I was telling her what I'd found.
Well, tell me about the conversation now that you remember it better.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
We were talking on the telephone, and because I had DSL, so I had the internet connection already. So I was telling her what I had found on there, and she said, go ahead and order it. She'd pay for it.
You're talking to her on the phone, and you're playing with your computer at the same time.
That's correct.
Right? I hate when people do that. So you're talking to her on the phone, and you're playing with your computer, and you found this CD player that you wanted for your car. While you're talking to her on the phone, you said, I found the CD player that I want, right? Would you like to buy it for me as a gift? I mean, how did that, I really want to know.
How it came about, because like she said, there was limited availability, and at the current time, I didn't have a job, so she offered to buy it.
Tell me, don't say she offered to buy it, because that's not what people usually say to each other. I'm offering to buy this to you.
Well, she just said that she would pay for it.
And?
So I said, okay.
How much after that did you stop seeing each other?
I don't recall.
I do.
Go ahead.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
February 13th.
And what happened to your relationship with Miss Peterson within 2 weeks of purchasing this CD player?
I just decided that I didn't want to see her anymore, and so I broke up with her, told her I didn't want to talk to her, and she kept harassing me.
Well, first of all, Miss Peterson, let's start with this. I don't know what you see in him, or what you saw in him. Whatever it is, I don't see it. Let's start from that. Right, and maybe my eyes are getting old, but I don't see it. Visually, I don't see it. Now, maybe there's a character thing there or something else. Animal sensuality, I don't see that either. So maybe we're talking character.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
I certainly don't see good character, because if within 2 weeks he decides that he doesn't want to see you anymore, the nice thing would be to pay her back for the CD player. Wouldn't that be the nice thing?
Well, she also bought this shirt.
Mr. Peterson,
do I need to pay her back
wouldn't
for that?
that be the nice thing? There's a difference between a shirt, sir, and a $400-some-odd CD player, don't you think?
No.
You don't?
A gift is a gift.
Really? Not if I don't find it's a gift, sir. Because according to you, when we started this case, you said, I don't actually remember. Well, Miss Peterson remembered very clearly. Miss Peterson said she remembered that you said, I found this thing. It's got limited availability. If I want it, I have to have it now. I don't have the money. Can you advance me the money? I need your credit card number. And I find that you made an agreement to pay her back. That's what I find. How much does he owe you?
Well, this is the total inclusive is $351.46, but he owes me other items.
What?
That several CDs of mine, an Ethernet cable, and negatives to photographs.
Your case has to do with a CD player,
Right.
not a kitchen sink.
Okay.
Not everything under the sun. $351.46.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you pay that amount in one lump sum?
Yes, ma'am.
So that you didn't have any finance charges, is that right?
No.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $351.46. Ms. Peterson, be smart. Don't give anybody, ever, your credit card.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, nobody. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Put the on the calendar in the matter of Falk versus Craig. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
Ms. Falk, it is your claim that the defendant's daughter somehow got behind the wheel of a car that belonged to you while it was in a garage, drove it through the garage door, damaging the car. You want the defendant to be responsible for repairing the car, which is about $600. The defendant says that his daughter is not responsible and did not drive the car and was not responsible for the damage. You weren't there.
No, ma'am.
Your daughter was there.
That's correct.
So why don't you step up? Tell me your first name.
Kaylee.
All right, Miss Falk, where was your car?
My car was parked in my sister's private garage in Houston, Texas.
What was it doing there?
It was awaiting transport. My sister and niece moved down to El Paso, Texas, and we left the car there for my movers to pick it up at a later date. They were, at that time, taking my sister's car back.
It's actually within a garage?
Yes, ma'am. And I have pictures of that.
Can I see it?
Yes. That's the new garage she replaced.
The new door?
Yes, ma'am.
Who replaced the door?
Mr. Craig.
Good for you. How much did that cost you?
$420.
All right, Kaylee. You want to tell me how you got possession of this car?
My friend and I, Tammy, were going to her house.
Going to whose house?
Tammy's. And we saw these two guys, and they were emptying out the garage. And we went to go see, and they told us about the car being in there and how it had the keys in the ignition, and they didn't know what to do with the car. And
who were the two guys?
One said that he was his gardener, and the other said that he didn't say who he was.
Go ahead.
And they told us about everything, and so Tammy wanted to go see the car, and so we went in there, and as we were leaving, the guys gave us 2 scooters because they said that they were going to just take the stuff. They said something like, give it away or something like that. And then we left, and then Tammy wanted to go back. And so we went back, and she said that she wanted to go inside the car. And so we went inside the car, and she was in the driver's seat, and I was just in the passenger seat, and she turned on the car. And
how'd she get into the garage?
There's a door.
So you went in a door?
Mm-hmm.
So she turned on the car. Go ahead.
And she put it in reverse, and it jumped back and hit the garage.
Yeah.
That's all.
How old are you?
12.
So let's go back a little bit. You saw 2 men who were stealing property from this garage, is that right?
Yes.
And the 2 men who were stealing property from the garage told you that they were giving you 2 scooters, which you knew were stolen, is that right?
No.
You had to know they were stolen because you knew the 2 men were stealing property.
They said that Ms. Tipton had called them.
Yeah. So that you knew when you took the 2 scooters. Now, where did you bring the scooters, by the way? Did you bring them to your house?
I brought one to my house, and Tammy took one.
You live there with your father?
My mom.
What did you tell your mother about where you got the scooter?
That this guy was packing away the stuff, and he gave it to us. And she said, okay.
When you went back there, according to you, with your friend Tammy, you knew you had no permission to go into the garage, isn't that right? You have to answer me. Don't shake your head in court.
Yes, ma'am.
So you were committing a crime when you went in there, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you got into the car, you knew you had no permission to be in that car, isn't that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And according to you, it was Tammy who drove the car.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you went into the garage the first time with the men, you had the key to the car.
No, ma'am.
Did you ever have the key to the car?
Yes, ma'am. After Tammy had put it on my keychain.
When did Tammy put it on your keychain?
The second time that we were there.
Before or after she crashed the car? Before or after she crashed the car?
After.
Tell me about after. She crashed the car, and did you get frightened?
Yes.
What did you do?
I told her, Tammy, we better leave. We had no business to be here.
And you got out of the car?
Yes.
Tell me about how the key got on your key ring.
She put it on there.
You know what happens when you fib? Your nose gets longer. Doesn't make sense. Now, a lot of things make sense. Could possibly happen. You could have gone in there and it would have been just as you told me. That Tammy got behind the wheel of the car, Tammy drove the car, all of a sudden it crashes into the door, damages the door, but then you jump out of the car and you leave fast. You don't wait for Tammy to take the key out of the ignition, put it on your key ring. That doesn't make sense. Does that make sense to you, sir? No, of course not. Okay. Have you called Tammy, sir?
Yes, I have.
So, you sue Tammy. That's your job. If you feel as if your daughter is only partially responsible, you sue Tammy.
Your Honor, I feel like she's more responsible.
Well,
my defense is that there was no damage to the vehicle.
I've got pictures.
I requested pictures and never got any pictures.
You mean you crash a car into a garage door with sufficient force for you to replace the garage door, and you don't think there's any damage to the car?
I saw the car.
Your Honor, my niece is back in Houston again, and these two are in the same class at school, and she has admitted all this to my niece after I filed this lawsuit.
Really?
Yes.
Where's your niece?
Right here, Madeline.
You're Madeline?
Yes, ma'am.
You go to school together?
Yes.
Well, tell me about the conversation you had with this young lady.
Well, we usually talk at lunch because you're not allowed to talk in class. So she said they pulled off the top of the car, but they said there was no damage. But
They said there was no damage.
Kaylee said there was no damage to the car. So,
what else did she say?
She said they were in there they were in there twice over a period of 2 days.
Doing what?
Listening to the radio.
Would you show the defendant's father pictures of the car? Can I have your estimates, please?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the top off the car, Kaylee?
Tammy read the instructions.
So it was all Tammy. What were you doing when she was reading the instructions?
I was taking it off.
You were taking it off?
Yes.
Listen, sir, consider yourself very lucky. It's your daughter's fault. If you feel as if Tammy is partially responsible, I suggest that you sue Tammy and her mother. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $650. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Consequences when you do something wrong.
She was highly upset.
The father, I mean, that was a ridiculous story. How could he believe it?
She told me that she didn't do it, and finally the next day she told me that, yeah, we did it.
She made a mistake. She's sorry. It's over with. I don't think I should have been in the garage.
Take it to Judge Judy.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Soto versus Millet, be about. Step forward, please.
Retired construction worker Frank Soto is suing his sister, business owner Susan Millet, and her business partner Harold Beabout for stealing his disability checks while he was in jail. Susan and Harold are countersuing for the value of a car.
Mr. Soto, Miss Millet is your sister, is that right?
Yes, miss.
And Mr. Beabout is her boyfriend.
I'm not exactly...
Partner, boyfriend?
Something of that.
Something like that. You have several complaints against them. First, you say that your sister cashed and spent, for her own use, some of your disability checks while you were incarcerated.
Yes.
Then is your claim that when you got out of jail, you did some work for Mr. Beabout. And he promised to pay you for that work, and he never did.
Correct.
And the third thing is, you say that because they owed you all this money, they bought you a car.
Yes.
Instead of the money. And while you have the car, they refuse to give you the title to the car.
Yes.
Now, your sister says that you did, in fact, cash some of your disability checks because you asked her to pay some of your bills while you were in jail. Correct?
Yes.
Mr. Beabout does not address the work that you allegedly did for him, other than to say, Madam, you're playing with papers while I'm speaking, other than to say that they bought the car for you to use while you were doing work for them. And when you left, you took the car, and they want their car back, correct?
That's correct.
Yes, correct.
So let's deal with some simple questions first. When were you incarcerated, sir, that you claimed that your sister cashed your checks?
On 3/29/02, I was arrested for violating my conditions of parole, and I was released from custody on 9/25/02, and between that period, Social Security gave me documentation that checks were cashed in that period that she cashed without my consent.
How many checks did you cash for him?
I believe 2 with written consent and also with his words and receipts.
Well, let me see the written consent. According to you, the defendant cashed 3 checks. Is that right, sir?
She cashed 5 of them.
I have additional documents here highlighted, what he requested for me to do with the money and also receipts of words.
Well, tell me what he requested that you do with the money.
He needed Sprint bills paid.
How much was the Sprint bill?
Oh, it was in excess of $400 and something.
Okay, so that's $400. What else?
To give my children $300, or one of my children, she goes to Disneyland, her orchestra from her high school in Sacramento.
Well, what did he say there?
To give her $300.
Madam, you cashed $3,375 in checks.
No, I cashed 2 checks for $675 each. And he further
Let's
states...
see where it says... You tell him that you're going to take some of his money.
Yes,
you tell him
I
that.
do.
You need desperately to borrow, in this letter, $300.
Okay, and it states in this letter here, the $300 that he lent, and said you don't have to pay it back. Harold's my current partner in our contracting business for paint and roofing. My partner prior to that was my boyfriend of 5 years.
I'm glad this was in your sad story,
Well,
madam.
no,
You
he-
took his
but he-
money.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Frank Soto says his sister Susan Millet and her partner Harold Beabout stole his disability checks. The two say Frank stole their car.
Madam, listen to me. How much did you take?
Well, 2 checks at $675, but some of the check, one of the checks was to go to my mother and to my children for their Disneyland school trip.
Stop
What
it.
says right here, and as I'm writing from the...
Stop it. What happens if he wasn't in jail? What would you have done?
Well, no, he wasn't entitled to the checks.
What do you mean he wasn't entitled to the checks?
While you're in prison, you cannot receive SSI checks.
So let me ask you a question. What happens when they go after him for the check? Is he going to come after your daughter and say, give me back the Disneyland
Oh, no, no, no.
trip?
We have paid him for those checks. And his
Oh, show me.
check,
How much did you pay him back?
more than what we borrowed. We paid him about $1,600. But
Just
his
a minute. How
check
much did you pay him
was
back?
stopped.
How much did she pay you back?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Show me. Just show me. It's your business. You have checks.
Well, it was cash. We were paying him cash through, and in these letters, he says, give the children the money. When he
Are
came
you
out of-
following me? I'm not interested in your letters. Give your children the money. I passed that. Show me.
We paid him cash because he was receiving SSI, and it was unfortunately a little under the table work.
Then I can't help you, my dear. So I am finding that you paid him back nothing of this $1,350 that you acknowledge you took from his checks that you acknowledge he wasn't entitled to. Because you say if he was in jail, he's not entitled to disability. So you knew that. You were swift to know that. And you took that money anyway. So $1,350 because Social Security is going to come after him, especially after they see this.
And they...
Now, quiet. Quiet. Now you tell me what you paid him. Because you want to tell me that he was able to do hard labor for you.
Correct.
Right? So tell me what he did for you.
That would have to be Harold, Mr. Beabout.
Harold, what did he do for you?
He wasn't on my payroll, Your Honor. He was not. He got out of prison. No money in his pocket.
His sister spent his money. That's why he had no money in his pocket.
That's family problem. I'm telling you what my problem. I don't owe him any money because I paid him. He come up and worked around my garage after I moved for 3 days, and I give him $100 a day out of my pocket to pay for meals and motel.
Okay.
And then
just a minute. Stop. Did you work for him for 3 days? Don't lie. Did you work for him for 3 days?
I think more than 3 days.
Well, I don't care what you think.
Yeah,
you take
yeah,
drugs,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Right? So your brain might be a little bit fried. You worked for him at least 3 days.
Yes.
Did he give you $100 a day?
No.
Yes, he did. Yeah, sure he did. He gave you something.
Yeah, he did.
Well, how much did he give you?
He gave me 50 one time and 100 the third day.
That you remember?
Yes.
That you remember? Okay. Tell me about this car.
Well, I bought the car, Your Honor. He was incarcerated when I bought that car. So I bought that car because I have a big van and I didn't want the gas hog. I wanted something economy to ride around in. So he gets out, and he don't have no wheels. He has to go to the doctor. He's got to go to his parole officer and all that. I loaned him the wheels to drive around. And he was with me the day I took my pickup in to the garage, and he knew I had to have it in there on a Friday. So Friday, he takes the car, and that's the last I seen of him, Your Honor.
Now I'll hear you. Tell me about the car, sir.
The deal was my sister and both of them, the deal was for what the money they owed me, this was partial compensation by giving me that car because they know I needed a car. And she says this will be just partial payment and we'll pay the rest as soon as possible. And
you just made that up as you're going along.
No.
Yeah, you did. Okay. Listen to me. He wants to go back to jail. That's what he wants to do. He wants to go back to jail. He's going to go back to jail $1,350 richer because that's what you owe him for taking his money. You don't owe him anything. I believe that you did, in fact, pay him when he worked for you for the 3 days. And I don't believe that you bought him a car. So he's got to return the car. If he doesn't return the car, he's operating it without the permission of the owner. That's an unauthorized use of a motor vehicle for which he can go back to jail. Do you want to go back to jail, sir?
No.
Give him back the car.
He's going to need a tow truck for it because the transmission's gone on it.
Oh,
so he can
goodness.
have it.
We did not even want the car back. We would be afraid to get in the vehicle. The car was in perfect
Let me explain something to you.
condition.
He's not giving you $3,000 for the car. You don't want the car back? I'll tell him not to give you the car back. What do you want?
Well, we wanted the value of the car. Now
you're not getting that.
There won't be a value.
Understand? You're not getting that.
Okay, well, I'm also trying to show you receipts of my name on it and his name that I put money on his prison books for money they can have while incarcerated.
How much?
There's 2 receipts for each for $100.
Okay, that makes you $1,150. Go ahead.
Okay, but then right here it states the loan, and you don't have to pay back $300.
How many times do I have to explain that to you?
Well, I know. I wasn't sure I made that clear.
You made it very clear. I'm a very quick learn. In any event, Social Security, hopefully, since it's my money, is going to come back and get all this money from him because
they're already doing it, Your Honor.
Oh, good. That's what I figured. They will stop the rest of his checks because it doesn't look to me, Mr. Soto, as if you are a disabled enough person not to be employed. Certainly not for Bird to have to pay for it. That's it. You want the car back or not?
Yes, but
yes?
how do we recover it?
Well, get a tow truck and go get it. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Your Honor, this is case number 385 on the calendar in the matter of Brown versus Moore. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Miss Brown, this is your son?
Yes, it is.
How old is he?
He's 9.
I'm going to ask Bird to take the young man outside because there are some serious allegations here that I don't believe he has to be involved with or be privileged to hear.
Come with me.
Everybody else you can be seated, sir. Miss Brown, according to your complaint, you rented an apartment from the defendant.
That's correct.
Somebody that it turned out you had some connection with historically in your family.
Correct.
And it was a 2-family house. You rented upstairs and you lived downstairs. According to your complaint, some issues developed. She evicted you.
Right.
And according to you, kept some of your property.
Correct.
You want to be reimbursed for that property.
That's correct.
Ms. Moore says she's very happy that you decided to sue her because she's been trying to find you. You left no forwarding address when you moved out because she claims you owe her rent. You destroyed her apartment, and she would like to be compensated.
Correct.
So when did you move in, and what kind of a lease did you sign?
It was a month-to-month lease, and we moved in like the last week of February of 2002.
What was the rent?
$650.
And you were evicted in August, is that right?
Really the last week of July, I received an termination of tenancy.
Okay, but then you were told you had to leave August 20th, according to your complaint.
Yes, after we went to court for something else.
Now, why did you notify her that you were evicting her?
Non-payment of rent. And
tell me when that was.
They didn't finish paying the rent in July, and they didn't pay the rent in August at all.
Okay. In July, how much did they pay?
$605.
Why did you pay $605 in July?
My fiance was having problems with his job, and you know, he wasn't working every day.
Okay, so you were shy $45
right.
in.
I don't even know it was $45. I thought it was more like $15 or so.
All right. And what happened in August? I'm asking you. Pay attention.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. In August, I got no response. So on.
What do you mean you got no response?
They don't answer their door. They don't answer their phone.
Is there any reason why you didn't pay rent?
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, the end of July, it all, to me, started with an air conditioner. When I first rented the place, she said she had an air conditioner in the unit. It was in the wintertime. I said, asked her, does it get pretty hot up there? She said, yes, it does. I have an air conditioner you can use, you know, when the time comes. You know, I'll just prorate the electricity bill. We were offered an air conditioner through a friend of ours, so we took it. You know, saying that, you know, she was saying that.
Okay,
it was
so you took an air conditioner.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so she, you know, she said to let her know when I got the air conditioner, and I don't think I let her know that exact day that I got it because she wasn't home or something. But anyways, the air conditioner ended up being in there for like 10, 12 days before she knew about it. She called up to my house and asked me, did I have an air conditioner? And I said, yes. She said, well, would you please take it out? You didn't notify me that you had an air conditioner, and would you please take it out? So 5 minutes later, I took the air conditioner out. The next day, this note was posted on my door saying that we have a 30-day tendency to move because we have put an air conditioner in her unit without her permission. And that's where it started from. So that was dated July 31st, and we had 30 days to move. So upon that notice...
Okay, just a second. According to this, they owed $15 of July's rent.
Mm-hmm.
And the other $30 you tacked on here was for the air conditioner.
For the electricity bill.
Just a second. For the air conditioner, for the difference involving the air conditioner. So they didn't owe you $45 for rent. It was the additional $30 that you say that your electricity bill went up because of the air conditioner.
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead. So what happened next?
So the next day that note was posted that we had 30 days to move. So I have a son. I wasn't working at the time. My fiance was only working part-time. I could not afford to pay rent to pay rent twice, you know, to give her August rent since we had 30 days to move, you know, and I already had put up a damage deposit of $650, you know, and so I was, you know, assuming to myself, well,
you're going to live off your security deposit.
Not necessarily.
Well, that's what he says. You say no, but that's what he says. You had $650. You figured she wasn't going to give it back to you anyway. You might as well use that $650 for security deposit to pay your August rent.
Right.
I got you. Okay. But that's non-payment of August rent is not the reason that she was evicting you.
To me, it wasn't. It was because of the air conditioner.
Okay. Is that why you were evicting her?
No, ma'am.
Why were you evicting her?
Late night arguments with the little boy up there, and there's only, you know, the three of them up there. You're throwing things against my walls. You're breaking and damaging things.
Don't talk to her. Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am. They were doing too many things, and I have my husband, sons during the summertime. We take care of them.
True.
And they're loud. They woke us up at 1:30 in the middle of the night, scared my boys because she was going to burn down the house, threatened to burn down the house.
So they were having arguments.
Child staying on this.
So they were having arguments.
All the time.
That is not true.
So if they were having arguments, why didn't you move to evict them because they were a nuisance?
Well, I had talked with Stephanie a couple times about that. You know, you've got that child up there, you're doing things up there you shouldn't be doing with that boy up there.
You said nothing to me.
You're leaving that child by himself.
I very seldom left my son
out of the mailbox for him to come in.
I'm not speaking to you.
Okay.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Stephanie Brown says former landlord Toby Moore evicted her family and then kept their belongings. Toby says Stephanie is violent.
Now, what did you go to court for?
Okay, after I got the 30-day notice and like August 5th came around, she discovered evidently I wasn't going to pay her rent. So she went and filed an unlawful detainer for non-payment of August rent. We went to court like around the 14th or so, and we were asked to vacate the premises by August the 20th.
No, you weren't asked. Were you ordered to?
Ordered to vacate.
That's
right.
different. Ask and order are two different things.
Okay.
Were you out on August 20th?
August the 20th, around 7 p.m., you know, we were in a process of moving. We only moved like 4 blocks away. I don't have a vehicle. It was pouring down, raining that whole night. We made like 7 or 8 trips with shopping carts, mind you, in the pouring rain, back and forth to our new place moving. But before that, she came about 10 minutes to 8, that evening and said that she was changing the locks on the apartment. I said, well, Toby, we're in the process of moving. You know, can you give us to 8 o'clock in the morning? She said, you cannot tell me what to do at my property. I can make any necessary repairs or whatever I want to my property, and you cannot tell me what to do. And then she threatened me with calling her uncle.
I just want to know whether you were
her
out.
uncle, the sheriff.
Pay careful attention to me.
Right.
Were you out of the apartment by midnight on the 20th of August?
No, I wasn't, and she knew that, though. She came and asked me when we were going to be out, and I told her 8 a.m. that morning. And I didn't.
Well, you know, just a second, that's maybe what you told her, but you could not be in that unit after midnight on the 20th of August.
Right.
That was the order.
Come and remove
because
us.
then what you do is, instead of starting to move on the 20th, you start to move on the 19th.
That's correct, but we were...
I know it's correct. All right, so now what do you claim was left behind?
This is a list of things that were left behind in the apartment.
Let me see. A slider rocker, I'm talking about the big items, slider rocker, sofa sleeper, large kitchen table, antique golf clubs. What are antique golf clubs?
My fiance had a set of golf clubs, and they were antique. They were like 15, 20 years old.
Oh, no, those aren't antique. Those are old.
Okay, well...
There's a difference between old golf clubs and antique golf clubs.
I'm just appraising. I don't know how old they were, but they were very old.
They were very old.
Right.
Old. Old golf clubs are not antique golf clubs. Right, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what happened with all these things?
Most of the things, yes.
Tell me what happened with them.
The things that she left behind, left in the apartment, I took pictures of, and the things that she left and took down to all my neighbor's trash.
She
and
what?
She strategically took stuff and left in everybody's trash.
I'm just
down
talking
my
about the
alley.
furniture. I'm talking about the furniture.
So am I.
She telling me she put the chair in somebody's garbage?
Correct.
Listen to me carefully, Miss Moore. Is there a sofa that was in the apartment after she moved out?
No, ma'am.
That's a lie.
Shh. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I mean, I think she left a lot of junk, and they certainly left this apartment like a pig pen.
No, we...
yes, you did.
I did because I wasn't done moving. Your
No.
I didn't mean
Listen to me.
If she would have gave me a chance, I would have cleaned up.
No. Pig. Pig. Those things you don't clean up. This, show her.
They shouldn't have been left like that.
I'm speaking. Don't speak.
I'm sorry.
Nobody was going to clean that oven before you moved out, and nobody was going to defrost the refrigerator at 8 o'clock in the morning. Do you understand?
I understand that.
That's not taking care of somebody else's property. So if this is an indication,
and you know what, Your Honor?
I'm speaking.
Okay.
If this is an indication of how you were taking care of someone else's property, then I understand her counterclaim, which is you left the rest of the place in a complete state of disarray.
When I moved there, it was like that. She gave me $100 off to clean up. The stove and refrigerator was a mess. I had to clean all that up.
So just a second. So she gave you money off.
Right.
Fine. Now, so if that's
and I was
going
to clean it up again after I was on, in the process of leaving. I don't.
No,
leave my
that's
place
baloney.
right.
That's baloney because you didn't have time. You had to be out by midnight. So you weren't going to clean that up at all. Now, Miss Moore, we've already come to the conclusion that you didn't give her a legitimate reason for evicting her. This is not the legitimate reason, according to you. According to you, didn't like them as tenants. Then they didn't pay rent in August, so that you went and you finally got her evicted. I don't believe that she took all of her stuff. I believe that some stuff was left behind. I don't know what you did with it. You want to tell me what you did with it?
The stuff that was left behind,
in the
she
apartment.
came and got. And the things, first she came and started going through boxes, and I'm like, Stephanie, no. You have to take your stuff. You can't sit here and do this.
When did she come back?
She came back with her mother on the 22nd.
So what you're telling me is plaintiff and her mother came back on the 22nd.
Correct. Her mother came by looking for her, and I said, I don't know where she is. She moved out. And if you do catch up to her, ask her what does she want with the rest of her things. They're out in my garage. 45 minutes to an hour later, she showed up.
And those were the things that you wanted me to have. It was no sofa in her garage.
Just a second.
There wasn't one.
Had your stuff been in her garage before?
No.
So she moved the stuff out of the apartment into her garage.
Right, what she wanted me to have.
What did you do with the things that were in the garage?
Some stuff.
No.
The stuff that was in the garage, I put in my mother's car and took with me. Some stuff that was no good, I have a friend that owns a furniture store. They said that I could put the stuff in the trash back there. So stuff that I did not want, I put in the back of this furniture store trash.
What furniture did you take with you?
I didn't have a chance to even get my main furniture out. I took nothing but my it was mostly clothes and stuff that I had moved. I didn't get it to, the big stuff you moved last, and I didn't have a chance to move that.
That's unfortunate. You had an obligation to be out of that premises by midnight on the 20th. Now, she says that you left no couch, that you left no table and chairs, that any furniture that you left, any stuff that you left, she put in a garage. You came by with your mother. Mother came first, you came second. You looked through the stuff. Some stuff you wanted, some stuff you didn't. Some stuff was trash. Even the trash she moved out of your apartment.
No.
No, it's not.
Sure it is.
Can I call
you
a
just
witness,
told me
please,
that.
ma'am?
Sure. Call him. Your last name?
Tell us.
Go ahead, Mr. Tellis.
Okay, the things, way it went down as far as the furniture that was in the house. Her mama, my fiance's mother, knew where we was at, and we had told her where it happened.
Don't tell me anything that her mother saw, sir.
No, I'm not going to tell you that, but...
I want to know why you didn't move this stuff out on the 18th or the 19th of August. You weren't working. If you're not working, why didn't you move?
He was working.
I was working. I was working, but I was working part-time.
Well, if working part-time, and the other half the time you move out in time.
Okay.
17th, 18th, 19th, so that you're all out on the 20th, so that you don't start moving at 8 o'clock at night on the 20th.
Okay, actually, we had prepared to move by boxing up a lot of things, whatever. But we were moving, and about 4:30, 5 o'clock that morning, she put a lock.
The lock was there before.
She had already put a lock on the door, but she locked the door so we couldn't get in to finish taking our belongings out.
You couldn't be there 4:30 in the morning on the 21st.
Okay, but even then...
We had agreement. She said, when are you going to be out? We said 8 o'clock in the morning. She said she had no problem. When we come to make our last several loads, the door was locked.
But
you listen to me. I don't believe you that you had stuff in that apartment worth $1,500 because you just said to me we came to make our last several loads. Our last several loads is not all your furniture.
No, it was our sleeper sofa, our dresser, our table, our rockers, my golf clubs, my bikes, all that.
Grills, everything.
Grills. We were to move all that.
Can I have that list? Can I have the list? So what did you take? Just a minute. So what did you... Shh. So what did you take, sir? Is my question.
Basically, we took a lot of pots and pans. We took some rugs that we had. Clothes, you know, a lot of
TVs,
VCRs, but we didn't get a chance to move the big items.
Okay, good. Now, did you have a U-Haul at that night? Did you have a U-Haul at that night?
No.
Okay, now you can sit down. Now, I want to hear about your counterclaim.
Tell the truth.
One more word. One more word. The case is going to be dismissed, and I will just concentrate on her counterclaim. Do you understand?
I understand.
Who are you?
I'm her husband.
Step up.
Yes, I was the one that mainly moved everything out of that apartment.
Where's the couch?
There was no couch upstairs. There was no couch.
Who knows? I have no idea. I have no idea. All I know is you left the place like a pigsty. Since I really don't know what happened to your furniture in there, I have to rule strictly on the law. And the law is that when you've been evicted from an apartment and you're told to move, you have to be totally out of that apartment on midnight the night of the move. You are not. And you are not out by midnight on the 20th, not because she didn't let you get your stuff, but because you didn't start to move until 8 o'clock at night on the 20th. So anything left in that apartment, even if you left stuff in that apartment afterwards, you can find that that stuff was abandoned by you. So even if they took it, sold it, destroyed it, gave it away, salvaged it, trashed it, or whatever, they had a legitimate right to do that because they are under no obligation to keep your stuff. Do you understand? And again, I'm not sure whether the stuff was there or not, but I am sure that it was there after it was not supposed to be there pursuant to a court order. That's one thing. So that's very easy to deal with. The second thing that I have to deal with is her counterclaim. And her counterclaim is for rent and damages to the apartment. Correct. Well, I think that there are certain damages to the apartment that I can't find caused by them. I certainly think that they left the place like a pigsty, and that they have to be fined for that to the extent that they had $650 in security deposit, and that at least part of that has to go towards cleaning up this apartment.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Cleaning up and putting it into reasonable condition.
Right.
And I think that probably $150 or $200 is reasonable to clean up that apartment. The problem is you stayed beyond the term of your lease. So you don't get any credit for August rent.
Right.
Which means that you owe us some money to clean up the apartment, the mess that you made, which is a couple of $100. So on the counterclaim, I'm awarding her $200 to clean up the apartment, and I'm awarding you
First doom.
Help me! Your little cooldown. Help me! Help me! Enemy here.
Triple takedown. First doom.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Double takedown.
Thanks. Resources here. Need equipment. Thanks. Help me!
First doom.
Help me! Thanks. Help me! Enemy here. Thanks. Help me! me!
Triple takedown.
Need equipment. Need equipment. Need equipment. Need equipment. Help me!
First doom.
Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Enemy here. Help me!
Down.
Need equipment. Need equipment. Thanks. Need equipment. Need equipment. Need equipment.